Dear fellow students, here's a few things you need to know if you wanna be algebra students or just pass. Here's just a few rules. This is a great tool. The 6 rules of exponents, which you can learn them in school. If you tend to forget, just listen, do not fret. This catchy song to this catchy song. Here's the first rule. When you multiply, you're gonna keep the base but add all the exponents up. The second rule, the first. When you divide them up, keep the base, subtract the exponents, yeah. You gotta remember when you're multiplying, you are gonna need to add them, and dividing you subtract. Dear fellow students, here's a few things you need to know if you wanna be algebra students or just pass. Dear fellow students, if you wanna get at least an A in algebra, you should remember these 6 rules. Next comes the third rule, kinda tricky too. If you have what we call a power to a power, then you have to keep the base and you multiply the exponent together. This fourth one's simple. When you have an exponent that has a value of 0, it's as if it was a 1. Dear fellow student, here's a few things you need to know if you wanna be algebra students or just pass. Dear fellow students, make time to learn so you don't forget these 6 rules known as the properties of exponents. This rule about the exponents is about when the exponent is negative, you have to change to a positive. You need to move the base by moving to the bottom or the top. And then when you have an exponent that's a fraction, it's the same as the square root or the cube root or the nth rule. Dear fellow students, here's a few things you need to know if you wanna be algebra students or just pass. Dear fellow students, if you wanna get at least an A in algebra, you should remember these 6 rules. Oh, fellow students, those were the 6 rules.